Hi, this is Pat from Grandma's Cooking Cuisine. Come on in and let's see what we're going to make today.
Welcome to Grandma Pat's Kitchen, and today we are going to be making caramel rolls. We are sponsored by our friends at The Great Mixer, the makers of the Zacme 800-watt commercial stand mixer. So come on over and let's get started.
We are ready to get started. I have one package of yeast here, and I choose to use the instant fast rising into 1/4 cup of water, and also we will add 2 tablespoons of sugar. This is going to get that yeast motivated and get it going, and before you know it, it will start really activating. We are ready for the next step. We're adding 1 cup of scalded milk, 1/3 cup of oil, and 1 egg slightly beaten. We're going to stir those together.
We have a teaspoon of salt we are going to add in there, and we're also going to add this all to our larger dish over here because we're going to be putting in the flour.
I just added 1/2 cup of flour here just to stir this mixture slightly, and then we are going to take and add our yeast that is dissolved and started to raise up just a little bit. We're going to put that into this combination we have here, and we are going to start adding our flour. We are going to get up to 3.5 cups, and once we get that all in here, we are going to start kneading it with our fantastic new machine. So let's get going here. We just got done mixing it, so let's get it in this beautiful mixer here, and let's have that do the work. I guess it'll just be 7 minutes and it'll be kneaded, and we will give it a little break to raise up. We are going to set this for 3 minutes, and we are going to give it about, there we go, and number 4. Okay, let's do it. 4 minutes more, and then that is going to go up a speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's raise it up and move it on out. We are going to do just a little bit of kneading, and then we're going to give it some time to rest and raise. Ready, set. Let's take this out of here and work with it just a little bit. We've got a little bit, like I said, kneading to do, and I am excited to see, wow, did that machine work or what?
Wow.
This is about ready to take a little vacation and raise up. Oh, wow, this dough feels wonderful. We're going to just knead it here together a second, and then we're going to give it a chance to raise. Very, very soft. Perfect. This is going to be what our caramel rolls will be before you know it. Now, don't get overexcited. Takes a little while to raise and bake. So that aroma will be worth the wait. All right, let's take this awesome dough and let's put it in here. Let us take a paper towel, something to cover it up, and give it a little bit of vacation time, and we can do some cleaning up or step on to something else you'd like. And before you know it, we're going to be rolling it out into the caramel roll.
We are going to put this dough in the fridge tonight, and tomorrow morning we are going to get up and we will make our fresh caramel rolls.
Welcome back to Grandma Pat's Kitchen, and the exciting thing today is we're finishing up those caramel rolls. First, we're going to have to get a little sauce made for them, and I take about 1 cup of brown sugar and I'll put it in a saucepan and add 1 cup of whipping cream. Now this whipping cream happens to be Land O'Lakes, which is the only kind I buy. Grew up with it. It's the finest there is. So let's get that in there, and we're going to be stirring that and just letting it simmer on the stove with turned on to just a very, very low. It just really needs to be warmed up just a little bit to put in our pans and get the caramel, put the rolls on top. So we're going to finish that. Step A. We are ready. We're going to get that dough out here on the counter, and don't worry about getting a little bit of flour around. That's the least of your worries when you're doing this. We're going to have fun, and we are just going to work with it, with the dough a little bit, and see how flexible it is here. That means it has had a good time to raise up, and we're gonna take a rolling pin, but I gotta show you what I got today at a yard sale, which I'm so thrilled, is this rolling pin. Now this has a little embossed star flakes, which we are not gonna be using today because of the dough I have the old basic wooden one here, and somewhere down the line, we're gonna be making something with that rolling pin. That was the buy of the century, and it's gonna go with me wherever I go, and hard telling where you're gonna see it. Anyway, we're gonna roll this into a rectangle. I like to spread this with butter, and spreading it with butter will allow the sugar and cinnamon we're gonna put on top to adhere to it and stay. And that is gonna give us the inside of our caramel roll. Very flavorful. I put a little bit of cinnamon into this sugar, and that is gonna be just spread sporadically like this. And if I don't think I have enough cinnamon, I don't hesitate to add a little more. The cinnamon is definitely the key to a caramel roll, next to that brown sugar and cream. Now, we just take this somewhere like this, and we are going to make it into one gigantic roll. Now, this gigantic roll is gonna end up being our caramel rolls. Like I said, don't worry about the mess on the counter. That's easy to clean up, and don't worry about the mess on yourself. We are ready to pour the caramel into the pans. Now this hasn't been boiling, which is best not to. I had 1 cup sugar to that 1 cup cream, and this is going to give us a nice, just covers the bottoms. It'll be absorbed by the caramel roll, and when, as you see in the finished product, it is going to look like a bakery caramel roll. And you are going to get so much credit of the flavor. So what I do is carefully take them, kind of shape them like this, probably about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, depending how large they are, depending who you're feeding. If you got a bunch of little kids around, make them about 1/2 inch. They'll feel like they have the best thing in the whole world with a little caramel roll. Now that is a very professional way to do it, but this professional person here isn't that. I just love to put these in here like this, probably 7, maybe 8, depending how many I end up having here. And I am choosing to probably not cut them quite as soft, gently as I should, but as they bounce back, and that's the key. Then you will be the queen of the day. With that aroma, they will probably want to come back. So right now, we are looking at about 1, 2, 3 here. When they're cut, take the inside end and make sure it's inside and not on the outside of the roll. We have just exactly the right amount for 2 pans. We could have probably gotten a couple more in here, but I'm really liking the way they're dispersed. We're gonna give them a chance to rise up, and then it's oven time. We've got to set this oven. We got about 1/2 hour left for the raising of our dough. So let's get this oven ready, and we're gonna set it at 350. And that is ready when they are. So we'll be back in a second and get them in the oven. We are ready to check to see if they are. They have raised beautifully, as you can see. I'm now going to put them in our preheated oven. It's set at 350 degrees, and we are going to set the timer for 25 minutes. And there we go. All right, it's time. I'm thinking I'm hearing the buzzer. Yes, it is. Let's look in here and see what we got. Ooh, they're ready. I just need a pot holder. Whoa, Talk about excited. That smell just is something else. Ooh, my word, look at this. It's what I call perfect. And the other one. It's circular. Let's take a look at this. Let's bring them over here. Let's put them down. We're going to give them a second, just a second or two to set up. And then we're going to turn them upside down, and you're going to see the finished product, and you're going to say, ooh, I'm ready to make those tomorrow. And you know what? It's that simple. It is that simple, but hold on. Boom. Oh my goodness. Whoa, look at that. I call that perfect. Give them a chance to cool. Don't you dare bite into them yet. You will be sorry. We have one more here to turn over. They do need to cool. The aroma is filling this kitchen. And I can tell you there will be people standing in line for their turn to get some. So don't you forget now, this will be one of those recipes you're going to want to make. And you are going to want to show off just a little. And now let's take this off of here. And oh my, whoo, look at that. The perfect caramel roll. Now, aren't they the most beautiful things? They are as delicious as they are attractive.